Very good morning, viewers, and welcome back. So far, this session is concerned. Now, I am going to present a very difficult topic in direct taxation with respect to TDS. Now, we are more or less aware of the various TDS rates which are actually being provided from section 192 to 195. But my view is different. I'm not discussing about rates, but I am going to discuss about procedural compliances and with relation to TDS, which is a difficult topic and that I am discussing right now. Now, first question that is coming in our mind, that when TDS is deductible. Now, I'm just mentioning different sections, and with respect to that sections, I'll be mentioning the time of deduction. So for sections 192, 194, 194B, 194BB, 194DA, 194EE, 194F, 194LA, the time of deduction is only at the time of payment. Now, so far sections 193, 194A, 194C, 194D, 194E, 194G, 194H, 194I, 194IA, 194J, 194LB, 194LC, 194LD, and 195. Time of deduction is time of credit or time of payment, whichever is earlier. Now, I'm just going to mention certain other points. No education says on the above rates except payment to non-residents. No surcharge except payment to foreign company, that is 2% under section 195 and under section 192 subsection 1A, where the payment exceeds rupees 1 crore. Applicability of surcharge and education says over and above the rates of TDS prescribed under respective sections. Just I am going to summarize. Now, if the payee is resident, then surcharge and education says as applicable to individuals shall be applied on the amount of TDS computed on salaries. No surcharge and cess shall be applied in other cases of deduction of tax at source. In case of non-resident other than company, surcharge at the rate 15% is applicable where the aggregate payment or credit subject to TDS exceeds rupees 1 crore. Education says at the rate 3% is applicable. Foreign company, surcharge percentage is 2% that is applicable where the aggregate payment or credit subject to TDS exceeds rupees 1 crore, and at the rate 5% where such income exceeds rupees 10 crores. Education says is applicable. Now, time of remittance to the government, which is provided under section 200, rule 30. Tax deducted by or on behalf of the government. Now, first situation I am discussing, payment of tax without production of income tax challan. Time of deposit of TDS is on the day when tax is deducted. Another situation, payment of tax accompanied by an income tax challan on or before 7 days from the end of the month in which the deduction is made or income tax is due under section 192 subsection 1A. Tax deducted by other persons. Income or amount is credited or paid in the month of March. Time of deposit of TDS is on or before the 30th of April. In any other case, on or before 7 days from the end of the month in which the deduction is made or income tax is due under section 192 subsection 1A. The assessing officer may, in special cases, with the approval of Joint Commissioner of Income Tax, permit the payment of TDS on quarterly basis in the following circumstances. Applicable sections 192, 194A, 194D, 194H, and payment date July 7th, October 7th, January 7th, and April 30th. Now I am going to discuss consequences of failure to deduct or pay section 201. According to section 201 subsection 1, a person shall be deemed to be an assessee in default in case he commits any of the following violation. Responsibility is to deduct tax in respect of all types of payments covered under TDS provisions. And the violation is fails to deduct or after deduction fails to pay the whole or any part of the tax as per law. Secondly, employer to pay tax on the non-monetary perquisites provided to the employee, but violation is employer fails to pay whole or any part of tax on such non-monetary benefit. Now, where an assessee is deemed to be in default, the assessing officer may levy penalty to the extent of tax and interest in arrears. However, in case where the assessing officer is satisfied that there exists good and sufficient reason which force the assessee to commit such breach of law, penalty shall not be levied. Now I am coming to interest. Once the assessee is deemed to be in default, interest shall be leviable under section 201 subsection 1A at the rates of number 1 from the date from which tax was deductible to the date of deduction, that is 1% per month or part thereof, delay in deduction. Number 2, for the date of deduction of tax to the date of actual payment, 1.5% per month or part thereof, delay in payment. And thirdly, such interest shall be paid before furnishing the statement under section 200 subsection 3. Now I am discussing forms of TDS certificates, section 203. Number 1, form 16 for salary, section 192, and form 16A for all other sections except section 194IA, form 16B for TDS under section 194IA, to be issued from Traces TRACES website by using manual or digital signatures. Coming to third point, time for issue of TDS certificate. Form number 16, periodicity annual, and the time limit by 31st May of the financial year immediately following the financial year in which the income was paid and tax deducted. Form 16A, periodicity is quarterly within 15 days from the due date of furnishing challan cum statement of TDS under Rule 31A, that is 30th July, 30th October, 30th January, and 30th May. Now, form number 16B, time limit is within 15 days from the due date for furnishing challan cum statement in form 26 QB under section 31A, that is within 7 days from date of deduction of tax, and this is the this is as per the notification number 39 2013 dated 31st May 2013. Next, I am coming to self-declaration by payee for non-deduction. Section 197A. Self-declaration for non-deduction of tax by a person other than companies, firms. The deductor shall forward a copy of the declaration to Principal Chief Commissioner of Income Tax or Chief Commissioner of Income Tax or Principal Commissioner of Income Tax or Commissioner of Income Tax within 7 days from the end of the month in which such declarations are furnished. Form for all assessees under Section 193, 194, 194A, 194EE, Form 15G in duplicate. For senior citizens resident in India, Form 15H in duplicate only. Next, I am coming to lower rate of deduction, no deduction certificate from assessing officer, section 197. For lower rate of deduction or no deduction of tax, the payee shall file an application and get a certificate from assessing officer and submit to the payer. Certificate is valid only for the assessment year specified therein. Section 192, 193, 194, 194A, 194C, 194D, 194G, 194H, 194I, 194J, 194LA. Application in Form 13, certificate in plain paper. And Section 195, application in Form 15C or 15D, certificate in plain paper. Now I am coming to the last one, quarterly statement or return and due date. Section 192, 193 to 196D and 194 IA. For section 192, form number is 24Q. For 193 to 196D, 27Q for non-resident, not being a company or foreign company or RNOR, and 26Q for all other deductees. For section 194 IA, 26QB for resident transferor other than the person referred in section 194 LA. Due date if the deductor is an office of government. 31st July, 31st October, 31st January in respect of first 3 quarters of the financial year and on or before 15th May for the last quarter of the financial year. Due date for other persons 15th July, 15th October, 15th January in respect of first 3 quarters of the financial year and on or before 15th May for the last quarter of the financial year. Chalancom statement in Form 26QB shall be furnished within 7 days from the date of deduction of TDS. And Form 27A, the above form shall be accompanied by declaration in Form 27A. On rectification of file TDS return, correction statement or rectification shall also be furnished. That is all about. So for the TDS are concerned, that is TDS when deductible and